Hey there, friends. I just got finished reading a book that was so simple yet so profound. I decided to share it with you. Uh, Special thanks to Anthony Mosley for sharing this book. The book is called Exactly What to Say. The author's name is Phil M. Jones. You can buy it on Amazon. I bought it on my Kindle here. So they really have the book itself. Sometimes it's better to have the actual book when I'm reviewing a book. But I'm just so delighted with this book. I had to share it. This book's very simple to read. It took me maybe an hour to read it. Very, very short chapters. And so, kind of the idea behind the book is it gives you a phrase and it gives you two or three or four suggestions on how to use it. And it gives about 19 phrases in the book. I didn't time it exactly. And I'm going to put a link below in the comments, but I want everyone here watching this to go buy this book right now. I know you'll definitely benefit from it. And then after buying it, I found out they also have one for realtors. So if you're in the real estate business, also get the realtor edition too. So now I'm going to give you just one of several examples in the book. I literally was taking notes. I mean, I never take notes on a book read, but this time I decided to actually take notes on every single chapter I was reading because there was just so much good info that I wanted to make sure that I can use it and apply it. I mean, this literally could be a $1,000 course and a $7 Kindle book. I'm not kidding. So on this one, I'm going to talk about the perfect referral process because I think that's one area that most of us aren't very good at, including me, that we aren't as good as we could be at asking for referrals. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, we're not. I think sometimes it's just that fear of rejection. Maybe I'm not sure. If you have an idea of why, post a comment below. So in this, I'm going to talk about the referral process. And the first thing he mentioned, and I've heard this a couple other places, is that when you ask for a referral, do it during a period of peak excitement or gratitude. So, for example, if they're thanking you, oh my gosh, thank you so much for everything you've done for me, all that kind of thing. When giving these accolades, typically, around the time of closing, when I hear it, and probably when you heard it as well, say this. Say, oh, wow, thank you so much. I appreciate you, what you said. Just one more thing. Could you do me a small favor? You couldn't do me a small favor, could you? And then you wouldn't happen to know just one person, someone who could benefit from, so in the case of real estate, someone who could benefit from buying or selling their home. And don't worry, I'm not looking for details right now, but who was it that you were thinking of? So again, those you wouldn't happen to know just one person, someone who could benefit from my services or benefit from selling their home, someone who was just like you. And again, don't worry, I'm not looking for details, but who is it you're thinking of? And then when they think of someone, they say, well, you couldn't do me one more favor, could you? The next time you see them, could you share a little bit about how it was doing business with me and perhaps see if he or she is more open minded about taking a phone call from me in the same way that I helped you? See if I can help them the same way I helped you. I'm paraphrasing here. Get the book. He phrased it way better than I did my notes. See if I can help them in the same way I helped you. And then hopefully they'll say yes. Awesome. Would it be okay if I gave you a call next week to see how it was, how the chat with your friend went? Again, would it be okay if I gave you a call next week to see how the chat with your friend went? See, that's pretty simple. Nothing too crazy there. And they say, sure. And then you schedule time to call them back. And then it's interesting how, like, there's another phrase he has in a different chapter. Is when you're trying to get accountability from somebody, you almost use like this opposite phrasing. What you say is when you call them back a week later, I'm guessing you didn't get a chance to talk to them, and then you're almost putting them on the defense. And of course, it's like, oh, I actually did talk to them. Oh, well, what did they say? And then if not, they'll probably give you an excuse, and then you can reschedule the meeting. Say, oh, okay, how about you talk to them this week, and I'll call you again next week, and then you're kind of creating that accountability to call them again. So it's really interesting. Great phrasing. I probably didn't paraphrase it very well, so I would say just go ahead and get the book and study it. Maybe we'll do a book club or something on it. But that is exactly what to say by Phil M. Jones. And I'd love for you to read the copy as well and leave a comment on what your thoughts are of the book. Talk to you later. Bye.